Good morning. We've got uh we've got Derp Avatar today because I cannot get Vinyan to track me again. This is why I never shut down my computer. Can everybody hear me? Yep. Okay, hi. We're late. I think we're just gonna chat today because uh, I had to reinstall Bluetooth to get my headphones to connect. Yeah, sorry, that's not really gonna work either. You'll just have to live with the sound. Nafa's got straight hydrating first. You guys have been talking so long I can't even scroll back and see who started talking. So, but hi everybody. It was out until like 5:45 or something. Tomorrow's never late. We are definitely not hobbits. Yes. Okay. But hi everybody. Necromancer, Quatch, Nef, Fantasy. Oh my god, I can't even words this morning. You never close the window? Well, I mean, I have like 80 tabs open, so like I sort of kind of understand. I always close stream tabs. I don't know why, but hi, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry that my tracking's not working. Everything's not working. Everything's scuffed. Six. Oh yeah, that's right. I only have one. Why isn't my tracking working? Hold on, let's restart the iPhone too. Maybe that'll fix it. Not now, no, fucking Siri. No! How do you. Where's the power button on this blasted thing? Slide to power off. Okay, here we go. You can tell I never use the iPhone. No one can live with just one screen. Uh, I gotta pay for Conquest. That's the most important thing. Is this the power button? No. Is this the power button? There's the power button. To power off an iPhone, you throw it at the wall? Yeah. God, I hate Apple so much. Hi, Conk. We're very late today. I slept in. Neff sent me a Discord message, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, maybe I should just cancel. And I'm like, nope, can't miss stream. Especially as soon as you said everybody's talking about it in the stream chat, I'm like, fuck. You guys are the ones that keep me here, and I appreciate it. Okay, iPhone, you can start up now. Come on, man. Oh, swipe up to unlock. Okay. It's the old tech thing if you tried turning it on and off again. Or off and on again. I know how electricity works. Okay, the IP address is right. Let's see if... No, it's still... This is so frustrating. This happened last time too, but the one thing that I did to fix it... thing is still on. This is why I never change anything. Yes, Tesla, I'll get you your food in a moment. He wants his tuna. Okay, Vignon's not working today. I'll have to get Sai to troubleshoot with me. Alright, I'm gonna have a sip. But Tesla, you've got lots of food. What is your problem? He wants tuna. That's his problem. He wants tuna. We lost power last night as well. The whole area was blacked out. Yeah, we were blacked out from I think it was like 11:30 or 11-ish till about 6:30 in the morning. Can't confirm, I've already read the manual. That's your travel ticket. Here's her guilt-free trip. Good morning, Cora. Down detector is down? Oh god. What is happening today? Fantasy and I both had power outages on opposite sides of the world. Down detector is down. My tracking is being an ass. Again, this is why I never shut down. Only 10 minutes? Okay. How do you not... You live in Norway. How do you not have snow already? Thought Norway was snowier than Canada. Might not be a local problem. My stream might be force canceled. If you tried playing Good Tomorrow, Bad Tomorrow with a tracking system, I'm always playing Good Tomorrow, Bad Tomorrow with a tracking system. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. God, Ghostbusters makes me want to watch it again. People have a problem with birds being reptiles, but as soon as they say mammals are also reptiles, we have a problem. Cora, what? It's me using down detector on down detector, which is amusing. Oh no. 4 degrees Celsius this week. Hold on, I gotta go check my weather. It's minus 18, feels like minus 24 here. So you can imagine the house is a little bit cold, having had the power off and thus the furnace off for like 6 hours. Okay, I haven't had a chance yet to even go to the bathroom. I was trying to get stream running. So I'm gonna take my mug downstairs and I'm gonna go get something to drink that's warm because I am a little bit chilled. And then we're gonna try and possibly paint something. And I'm also gonna get my cat some tuna if we have any that's open. So I'm gonna mute my mic. And I'll be right back. Okay? why every house needs a giant tank of water at its core or a giant sand battery. I think a giant sand battery would do it. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. Hi. Uh, is everybody taking their pills? I've got to arrange mine here. Yeah, hi, Ross. So, there's the most important med. How many ADHD pills do I have left? 4. They owe me another 20. I'm gonna call the pharmacy and ask if they got that. Because they haven't sent me a text message like they're supposed to. Hi. Fire with fire? Yep. Oh, well, you're having a day, Ross, aren't you? Just start listening to death metal. Find the thing your family hates the most. Murder. Yeah. Find the music your family hates the most that you can tolerate and just listen to that. Or better yet, Lamb Chops, This Is the Song That Never Ends. I made this coffee far too strong. I've already spilled tuna water, spilled coffee. I'm late for stream. Very late. And I'm sore. My back hurts, and it's freezing in here. It was 15 degrees in the house. So normally my dad keeps the house at like 18 or 19 degrees. I think 19 is usually what he keeps it at, which means my room and my mom's room upstairs are. Yes, we are old, Ross. Kavach is older than us, so we don't need to feel any older. Most of us are all old here. I think we're about half and half, young and old. And I consider anyone under 30 now young. I've hit that point. What was I saying? Yes, the house is like kept at 18 or 19 degrees, and my mom's room and my room are always the coldest rooms in the house. The only reason my room has been uh warm lately is because my computer's running all the time. So you can imagine what it's like during the summer when our rooms are the hottest rooms in the house. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, but it was minus 27 last night, Cora. The house was 15 degrees after the power being off for 6 hours. Yeah, my dad wondered why the power bill went up more than 25%. He's like, it's one extra person. It shouldn't cost more than that. It went up 50%. And I'm like, yeah, computers. It's not going to add 25% to the power. It depends on how much power the computer uses. First from meow. Yeah, in case you didn't see, Cora, my power was off. And that's why I'm late. And I think I've got a sinus infection again. At least I don't have to worry about tracking today because the tracking's also broken. But on a positive note, I lost weight again, it would appear. I now below 310. Hooray! Victory! I've been trying to make it below 310 for an entire year, and I finally did it. I know that's a lot. I know I'm really big, but it's an achievement just to get there. Yeah, I mean, I think I only have like maybe a 300 watt power supply. Might be more. Oh no, it has to be more than that. I think it's like a four something. Oh, it's a lot. But like uh I've been playing Where Wind Meets for a lot. So my computer's just been running a whole hog the entire time. And yesterday I had forced myself to stay up all day just by playing Wind Meets or Where Wind Meets. Uh, it was the only way I could force myself to stay awake long enough to force reset my sleep schedule. Why do you not need six screens? I have one and it's far too few. I used to think I only ever needed one monitor, and then I started streaming and I'm like, I need at least two. Whole hog, yep. Like just a full on wild boar charging. I don't know where the turn of phrase comes from, but it is a turn of phrase. I have one monitor and a laptop. Yeah, I just have the one monitor. Plus from yo! It's my NPC mode again. I'm just sitting here chit chatting for now because I'm still waking up. I kept waking up in the middle of the night over and over and over again because my back was hurting from sleeping too long. Partial piggy, yep. The hogshead measurement is not actually a hogshead, it's the size above barrel. I didn't know hogshead was actually a measurement. I need to keep all Discord chats from participating open. Clock for UK time. Stream, Discord, call, and then well, creepers have weird terminology. You know, honestly, maybe they got drunk and they're like, a whole hogshead fits inside this little barrel. I haven't actually gotten around to watching that Cooper's video that you sent me yet. I hate seeing titles like this viral TikTok trend almost ended the life of 3 teens, and I'm like, Jesus. People are stupid. It's not that I feel bad for them, I'm just like, these people are stupid. I'll put my avatar where it's supposed to be sitting. There. Adjustment. Butt load comes from barrels as well. Yep. I know butt load is also a barrel measurement too. It's like 550 gallons, I think. Hog's butts. No, a hog head is bigger than a hog butt. Oh, now is. I think it would be the UK gallon. Oh yeah, a butt I'm assuming is bigger. I mean the English weigh things in stone too, so we've got a hog's head, a butt, and stone already. What other innocuous, strange, insane measurements can we come up with? Now the Americans know how everybody else feels when we talk in or when they talk in Imperial. So very many. American coffee cup is a measurement. British breakfast cup, American coffee cup. What the hell? Nobody knows what that means because it's different everywhere. Alec is pretty good. I do love that channel. I noticed in the YouTube recap, it's like, oh, your most watched channels were these ones. And I'm like, no, they weren't, because I happen to know that my most watched channels for this last year were all news channels. But you wouldn't put those in there because you don't want people to know that these news channels exist. Because they're all against the giant corporations. I happen to know that I watched more independent news than anything else this year, and YouTube is like, you watched Mr. Nightmare the most, and I'm like, only because his videos are like 5 minutes long. If he had a 1 hour compendium of his videos, I probably wouldn't have watched him that much according to your system. And they used AI to run the whole thing, and it was so janky and you couldn't even go back and forth through it. You had to like restart it and watch it from the beginning if you missed anything. Big corpos manipulating numbers? No, that never happens. Yeah, really. They do use metric in the US just in secret. Apparently, America's supposed to use kilometers. But they're like, oh, everybody knows miles, so we're just gonna keep that on all of our road signs. And I'm like, well, maybe you should print them in both so the Canadians can come now, except you want to take us over. Except, what are you gonna do? You gonna force us all to use Imperial? I mean, I already use feet and inches, but the fuck is a kilometer? 1.69 miles. Oh, sorry. No, it's 1.69 kilometers are in a mile. was looking at the forest. Well, what a pretty forest, and I saw the cryptid. I don't like the forest. Dwarf, do you not know Reginald? Where have you been? Kilometers, 1,000 meters. Which is, a meter is a little less than a yard? They're very close to being the same. Yeah, 3 feet is a yard, but I think it's 30 centimeters is 24 inches, approximately. There's a few millimeters here and there missing, but actually, I thought I'd made this coffee too strong. It seems I made it just strong enough. Yeah, I can't translate between imperial and metric, but it can use both. Yeah, I can more or less use both. Yeah, I think they should just start changing the signs. Just start changing the road signs. Oh my god, I was wondering why it was strangely quiet. Hold on, let me turn on Spirit City and let's get us some sounds. It'll be loud for a few moments while I reset the audio levels to stream levels. Oh, it's so loud. I was wondering why it was so quiet. That was the other thing that I was having trouble with last night, was, a 3.2 feet in a meter. What is 0.22 feet, though? It's like, it's 12 inches in a foot, so like 2 inches? Yeah, we buy fabric by the meter, but the width is in inches. It's really weird. Whenever I make a sewing project, I'm measuring both in inches and centimeters, depending on what I'm measuring. I can also estimate objects in meters and centimeters, and people in feet and inches, but not the other way around. Yep, yep, I, yep. Thread I have is 200 meters or 220 yards. No. Was that like a football field or something? It's really weird because I measure my weight in uh in pounds, but I measure food weights in grams and milligrams and kilograms. So in metric, but I can't measure people in metric. Hydrate and a stretch. Oh. I had a partial meter stick for a long time. Well, I had pieces of a meter stick. I had the whole meter stick, but I had it in pieces. And that's because that's the one I broke against the table when I cornered that kid in grade 8. When he sexually harassed me in front of the whole class. That little bastard. I went and bought the school a new meter stick because I knew that the school wouldn't have funding for that to replace it. And it was in the science and math room where they used the meter stick all the time. So I went and bought them a new one. And they let me keep the old one. The school actually let me keep it. I was like, can I keep that? And they're like, why? And I'm like, I just wanted as a reminder of how angry I can get so I can stop myself from being that angry again. And they're like, no, that seems reasonable. So I kept it for a long time. And then after I moved out, I was like, you know what? I don't need to keep this anymore. It's just an object, and I've got the story. It's my favorite story. Because I finally stood up for myself. The bitch boots went on. I couldn't take it anymore. Just picture that one video, the cat's just sitting there and opens its mouth really fast and goes, ah! And then just explodes. It's a perfectly cut scream. I don't know why, but those videos are really funny. I'm sorry I haven't drawn anything yet. Mostly because I can't fucking see because the window blind is open. Hold on. I opened it last night to let the moonlight in. Oh, crap. Knocking shit down. It's fine. I have to close the blinds too because I still can't see. I'm gonna have to get somebody taller than me to come in here and fix the curtains. Okay. Now that it's almost pitch black in my room again, I can actually see my monitor. And since I don't need the light on for tracking, yay! Actually, I need the light on for a little bit of light, but it's diffuse light against my monitor and not, you know, the sun, which is a deadly laser. But thanks everybody for showing up, even though I was very, very late. And thanks Neff for messaging me. I'm sorry, I'm a bad streamer. Fun fact, moonlight is orange. Yeah, I could probably see that. At least we perceive it to be orange, right? Or is it... I'm confused now. I don't even know anymore. Oh, let's open up all of our closed files again. We perceive it as white because brains. Huh. Okay, I can close this window. And I can close this window after I open up this one. And then there's one more file I gotta open. And that would be... not in my quick load. this one. Okay, all the stuff I'm presently working on. Oh wait, no, there's still one more. Where is it? Nope, there's still 3 more. Okay. 3 more files I'm working on. There's the last one. Okay. This one I've got to completely redo. I hate it. I hate it so much. They wanted like a Victorian cowboy Van Helsing, and I think I went a little bit too cowboy. I need a little bit more Victorian. But it's really, really hard to blend those two. It's so hard to blend those two. This one was just like a gothic librarian mage that I was given. And this guy was just like, give me a coat that matches this stuff. He just wants a coat. He's always getting a coat. It's not going to be like a full character page like these ones. I don't know what to work on, guys. Let's get our brains going with some painting. But yeah, I'm surprised that you haven't seen Reginald before, Dwarf. This is sort of what the painting's supposed to be without... Oh, wait. Never mind. There's a version without Reginald. That was the original practice piece that we were doing. Landscape 4. So, this is the original screenshot that I took. If Dwarf's still there. And it's from an AI-generated video that somebody had in the background of one of their creepypastas. And then we repainted it. But we do have a version without Reginald, which is an early version, then I added him in and just kept painting. Neff has redeemed a hydrate and a posture check. Oh, everybody on Shrimp and Spines. And Streech. A little bit of a Streech. I didn't redeem the Streech earlier. My back is really hurting today. The Streeches will probably loosen it up. But I think the posture check is probably good too. Posture check is more of a mini Streech anyways. I've got to figure out the setting that has the emotes float across the screen. I don't know if they do that or if I'm just not seeing it because I'm in OBS. But yeah, original Reginald. Original without Reginald. He just fits in there so well, doesn't he? Like, it's perfect. Yeah, close that one. Oh, it's so bright. Alright. I think I was working on the path a little bit, wasn't I? Getting some variations of light and shadow in there. These weird blood red dancing rabbit things. Although it looks kind of like Gur. Its outline looks like Gur. I like the slightly mossy boulders. Eventually this painting will be done. One day. Just want to fix this little area down in here. Like, I can just barely tell that there's another giant tree right back here. And then there's a fallen log behind it. I should have submitted this one as my entry for the fog theme. But honestly, like, public voting, like, I'll never win a public vote thing. There's too many other people with large followings. That's why I don't like public voting as like the metric for winning a contest. But they just don't want to have people judge the whole art contest. I haven't checked what VGen's monthly theme is. What's the theme for December? I love it how VGen's like, no generative or AI art. And yet several creators on VGen have been caught using AI art. What is their monthly contest? Challenge, here we go. The theme is family. I didn't check who the winners were for the October challenge. I might be able to get to it though. Yep, I can get to it. So if people want to check out who the winners were for the October challenge that I entered, I'll post the link for you guys. There you go. I don't think I'm in it. I haven't scrolled all the way through yet. I can see a lot of the entries that I voted for. Nope, I didn't make it. Didn't even make it into the honorables. Sad. People didn't like the succubus. Oh well, I should have submitted this one, but it wasn't done. I really just want to erase this whole pine tree and redo it. Because I've got to go around all of these little edges. And like this one back here. This whole tree back here needs to... I've barely touched this area, so... And this tree too, I don't like it. Painting in like the foggy gradient in the background is very difficult. Another boulder right back here. Let's get some of our stony grays. We're gonna repaint over this section of tree anyways, so... Get some of the reflected light in there. Hey, Neff, how far have you gotten in Where Winds Meet? Welcome back, Necromancer. Yep, putting in a boulder. And impromptu meetings are perfectly fine, Necromancer. Let's move this so I can see the chat a little bit better. Sometimes you just have to have the confidence to paint over something. Bring forward a little bit of greenery in here. You are supposed to paint background to foreground. What do you mean why my avatar looks so big? I made it a little bit bigger. Just a smidge. A little bit of a highlight through here. Nice, more detailed. Thank you. I certainly have a lot of cleanup to do. I like this one big ass tree in the background here. God, it's so cold in my room. Oh, where's my blanket? Gesundheit. Are you making tea?
I will, but you'll have to accept cream.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Is it? You need to fix your creams.
I can't reach. I'm just like this much too short.
The step stool is
In the garage?
maybe in the garage.
Yes, it is in the garage. The large, ominous tree glaring at you from the shadows. Bad news. What's the bad news? I hate bad news. We'll be out for 2 weeks. No! Another necromancer. What are we gonna do? We won't forget about you, man. We'll be so quiet without you here. Everyone will be strong. We'll thrive. I will miss you. Well, I'm glad that I was able to start up the stream today and actually, hang out with you before you're gone for 2 weeks. Wherever you're going, I hope it's stress-free and you have a good time. Hi, jeez. Tesla's probably in my bed. Or he's downstairs in the sun.
Mm-hmm. You stream?
Yeah, I'm streaming real late. I got late. Woke up late. Neff texted me, adding boulders.
Oh, that's a very nice painting.
Yeah, it has Reginald. Look.
Spoopy.
Yeah, it's we made it displate size. It was one of the practice paintings that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked it, so I'm turning it into a displate.
Nice.
So maybe I'll make some money, who knows. Eileen, hello! How are you doing, friend? Necromancer, thank you for the gifted subscription to Eileen.
Necromancer Dark is
hold on.
hosting a guest. Welcome Elena
There we go.
_ the _ alchemist to the island.
You can keep the crypt alive. Thanks, Aline. This is the new secret design that I haven't shared on Skilltree yet. This is the updated version of that secret design. This is what I'm going to try and make for next year. And then there's the Danish. We've got the Norwegians and the Danes in the chat today. Thank you very much, Necromancer. Keeping Necrocon alive. It'll still be going when you get back. It may not be as lively, but, the crab noodle every time. It's so pretty that you look like a statue. I know what she said. It's not far enough from German that I can't figure out relatively what she said. Just got home from work. I'm going to stress knit my sleeves. Did you have a stressful day at work, or is it because there's not enough time between now and Conquest to get shit done? Because I still gotta spend some time working on my tent design. I've got to actually physically make the model and figure out how that's gonna work. Oh, to the ball, right. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot that you actually get to go to that. When's the ball again? This little spot back here needs to be darker. Saturday. Oh, yeah, get that shit done. Well, you've got time. We're doing co-working. Stop typing, start knitting. I should just have people join me on stream so that you don't have to type. I mean, I can open up the live on stream chat if you want to join, and we can have hangout time like Zeogrim does. Apparently he got his accounts back, so I haven't asked about his Discord account. Type with feet. Type while knitting. That would type with your toes while knitting with your hands. Oh my god, that would be so hard. Okay. I'm not sure about this branch. As a matter of fact, not sure about this branch either. We can add in all of our small branches afterwards. How about that? Since the background is so messed up from the quick painting that we did. We'll just add in our branches afterwards. And that way we can paint them properly and make them look like actual branches coming off this trunk here. T9 kick pad, or one button Morph's finally making it worthwhile to learn. I have half sleeves done. I have to reknit it. Oh my god. Are you going to be able to get that done by Saturday? I like the shape of this branch, so we're going to keep this one. the vague shape of it. So we can fix up the background for that later. I think I hear a helicopter. I do indeed hear a helicopter. Paint over these bushes here. And I think I'm going to darken all of this. That was not the right thing to do. Nope. We'll just leave it alone. Because this boulder is more forward than this tree. Oh, it's starting to look good. Okay, well, you knit and we'll paint. We'll both get our things done. How about that? Keep each other company. Yeah. We're getting into the point where we're going to have to fix up Reginald a little bit. I'm afraid to touch him. But my painting techniques have only gotten better, so it's like... Huh? This is going to be the boundary for this bush here. I can't believe I'm doing so much to this. I was like, oh yeah, just some quick fixes and we'll be done. Redoes the whole painting. I want to get some stronger shadows in here too, around the roots. Hydrate! Well, I've got some 7-Up here. Drink, 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 drink. That's what that one's doing. Or headbanging. Or both. Slamming head into cup. Oh, look at those roots. They look so good. feel like I need to move my color wheel over here to the sidebar. Because I need to make it bigger. So that I have finer control. Yeah, okay, almost. Just gonna touch up this one spot. Actually, here, hold on. I'm gonna redo the whole thing. Yep. For right here, it's finding the right balance between like how it's dark here and light back here, and you've got this transition point between the two of them. No, I'm gonna put the color wheel back where it was. I'll just have to live with a smaller color wheel. Maybe I just need to... Is this better? Hear my dad mocking Tesla's little scream. Yeah, see, it's too flat here. I'm not quite sure how to go about fixing this. Do you like our painting?
Very nice. Be careful with that.
I got it. Whoa, I can warm up my fingies now. And that one tree in the middle needs some work. They're like a weird cross between blue spruce and cedar. It's a cedar spruce. That's how you spell cedar, by the way. Because we have weird rules in English that aren't actually rules. They're just kind of vague guidelines that don't make any sense and have too many exceptions. Alright, we're going to take out all of these extra branches. Like I said, we're going to redo these. suspect part of our problem is this needs to be darker here and more saturated. And again, we've got that weird problem with there's a lot of light in the foreground, there's some light in the middle ground, or in the background, and the middle ground is really dark. Oh, I'm not saying that it's incorrect. I know that English is one of your second languages, if not possibly third, because Europeans tend to know a lot of language. The reason I correct your spelling is sometimes you might simply not know. And I have no problem with that. I'm basting more and more fabric onto my dress form. I wish I had a dress form, but it's one of those things. It's just another object. Alright, we're gonna try and... Our middle ground is dark compared to our background. And this one corner, really extra dark. This other corner, extra dark. This corner down here, medium dark. Got it for $50 on Kijiji. Nice. Yeah, most dress forms will not suit me. So that's why I don't even bother with it, because like it won't work for me. Ooh. Too big. Okay. Let's try more of a mint top. No. I think maybe the saturation needs to go up. Saturation. Too high. Nope. I have an immense amount of sympathy for ESL people being married to one. I don't make fun of people spelling, grammar, etc. Yeah. I try not to. I don't. If I do, it's not on purpose. It's because I just assume somebody was saying something funny. And like, I got chewed out for that once on Skilltree, where somebody said something funny I thought was just they were being funny in the chat, so I laughed, and they're like, don't make fun of people's English, and I'm like, I literally thought they were just saying something to be funny. I wasn't making fun of them on purpose, I swear. And then I felt bad for 2 days, actually, like the last month and a half. If somebody says the wrong word in a chat, I just assume it's because they're being funny. Because, like, you guys know me. I changed the pets channel to Pets and Aminals. And then when somebody pointed it out, I said that's on purpose. I think it was Conk that pointed it out. And I was just like, yes, it's on purpose. Because I do that kind of stuff all the time. Like, I don't assume that people are just bad at English. I just assume they're being silly like me. You know, I have sometimes bad grammar too. Look, I have a degree in English, and I pull shit like aminals all the time. What do you think you guys are called? The fronds? Because you're my friends, but also palm fronds. No, there's no cans because I'm not using my Vignon today. Vignon's tracking stopped working because my power was out. And it shut down my computer, and it did something to whatever's in control of connecting to the tracking software that's just not working today, Death. So I'm going to have to spend probably another 4 or 5 hours troubleshooting that after stream. Which will be frustrating. Punny, really funny pun. And then there's 2/3 of a pun, which is just PU. Yeah, so I will never purposefully make fun of somebody for having poor English skills. English is a very difficult language, and if it's your second language, I can understand. Like, we have a lot of rules, and if you didn't grow up learning English as an adult, these rules don't make much sense for the most part. So I will never make fun of somebody for having really bad language skills. I only know English. I know bits and pieces of German and bits and pieces of Japanese, and now very small bits and pieces of Chinese and French. I'm sorry, Death. I did take a sip for your hydrate, though. I can turn on Vignon so I can hear the can sounds. How about that? We can have simulated invisible cans. There. A Vignon is open. There can be can noises so I can hear the hydrate. I always say I grew up with English, and I still say I don't speak English. Yep. Most English people don't even know how English works, so you guys aren't alone there. I still feel bad for that one time I was joking or I laughed at what somebody said, and they're like, don't make fun of people's English skills. I'm like, I didn't mean to. My soul left my body. Thanks for the hydrate, Lean. I'm sorry, Death. I was like 25 minutes late to stream, and I had to restart my computer twice. I had to reinstall Bluetooth before stream started. My power was out for 6 hours yesterday, and by 6 hours yesterday I mean last night. The power came back on at like 5:24 this morning or something. I'm planning shenanigans for Conquest. Arias and I have been doing some shenanigan plannings as well. My hand keeps shaking. Hold on, I have to cover the chat for a moment because I need more room to move my arm. Just have to shift the whole thing across the screen. I am trying to bring some variation up in this corner. I mean, I could just bring a big branch in here, but then I would have to paint it. The potion you told her about. Oh. Have you told me about this potion? I don't think you've told me about this potion. Arias and I are planning something big, and we're hoping that it can go off, because it'll be a lot of fun. I never liked this branch anyways. Just like, away with thee, branch! actually don't like how bright this spot back here is either. The biggest problem I'm encountering is this tree in the middle. But it's a good spot for that tree. I just can't quite get it right. Branch, you shall not exist! Smash his mouse into it. To erase branch. Yep. I do want to put another branch in here, but I need to fix all of this background first. All of this, it's hard to see because the window's so small for you, but like you see all the, like this vague green here on the outside. I've got to fix all of that, and the only way to fix all of that is to just paint over it. Like you can see all of these brush strokes in here. They don't necessarily have to be blended in together. But they do have to have structure to them. The saturation here is pretty high. And you're getting into such dark colors too, and it's like, I would have to get this test printed. Because there's always going to be a spot where the pixel changes, right? You don't have that in a painting. You don't have pixels. You have molecules. So you'll never quite get the same... Whoops! You know, we're going to close that. We're going to close that. I get a little bit wild with my painting. Alright. You're never gonna see... just like a pixel change. So it's never going to be the same as actually painting. Which is why I'm trying to stay relatively zoomed out. This is at 50% size, by the way. This is at 100%. Like, you can see, like, how I put some dirt on this rock here in the background. You can see how messy the roots are. But when you zoom out, it just sort of all comes together, right? Uh-oh, so he's flashing us with our other paintings. Yeah. Flash warning. So I have to find that balance between what you would probably see in real life, and by real life I mean on the actual display canvas, versus what you see on the screen. Like, this is a pretty strange perspective too, because you're seeing things that are close up here, and so you're seeing these little trees from the top down, but you're seeing this tree from the bottom up. So as you go up higher, it gets a little bit smaller. But these ones, because the branches are shaped like this, you're seeing them like this, and they get wider as they come down. But the problem is, you're seeing the underside of them. So they're coming out like fans like this, and then you've got this wide streak, and you want it to be curved like this. But it still comes to a point too. But you still need to be able to see the next one above it. So you've got this kind of shape that's like this, and it gets really skinny really fast. So you've got the wide fan of the branch, and then it has to like really tighten and fast without turning in like this, right? Because then the perspective changes. It still needs to have a curve outwards that follows that fan shape of the branch. And then you've got the next one above it. But you want to tilt it a little bit, so you've got this sort of eyelash shape that you've still got to keep curved, and then you've got to remember to stagger it to the tree trunk that's right here. And like this one is way too big right now for where it is. So you're basically trying to draw a fan at a weird angle with like thousands of other fans behind it. And it's difficult. It's so hard. All while taking into consideration light and shadow. This painting is actually very, very technically complex. And it's the same thing with this tree here, is you're seeing almost a fisheye lens perspective is the way I would say. Like it's a forced fisheye perspective. I can't really explain it properly. Because normally you would just draw a tree like this going straight, but it's not. It's just got a slight curve to it. Because it's so far forward, I have to keep saturation in mind. Because everything's losing saturation as it goes further back, but it's also losing darkness as it goes further back. And the only reason there's so much light is so that you can still see things. It's very unrealistic. And then, of course, you've got the changes in scale. This is like a regular-sized big pine tree. But this one here is like giant redwood, but about the same distance away as these smaller ones here. But you're going to see a lot more light and texture and color on this one, but not as much saturation. This is actually a very technically complex painting, which I didn't anticipate it being. I'm gonna try some of this. I guess we'll have to go in and add our detail. And I think from here, where this little darker spot is where we'll transition from bright textures to dark textures. So we'll just like invert the color, so where we're going to have light, we're going to have dark. I think. I think that's what I have to do. Solix might spike Aline just to mess with her. Insert big cedar joke here. It's the size of a redwood! My nose is getting cold, which means the rest of me is cold. I think this is... Let's futz around in here for some colors. You'd probably just hear my pen tapping my tablet at this point. Once you go redwood, you never go back. Just doesn't have the same, je ne sais quoi. I hate painting over things so much. It feels wrong. It feels so wrong. But also I know that if I don't do it, it's not gonna look right. I'll take your word for it. Put another little rock right here. I mean, this is already looking a lot better than it was than what we started with. You got your hot chocolate with some adult drink in it. Oh, yeah. I have tea with cream. Gunk lobster. Even though, like, I've cut through a lot of my bushes and my pine trees, I think this is looking a lot better than where we started this morning. Fantasy's going buck wild. Fantasy's gone wild. Wait a minute. Wait, what are we talking about again? We're talking about fantasy going wild. This is where things are gonna get weird. We've got that shape that we want to express underneath here. Maybe I'm making it too big. I'm gonna put a new layer. We're gonna go with a brighter green. I'm gonna make kind of a guideline for this. Maybe that's the problem that I'm having. Because our vanishing point is like, for this tree, the vanishing point's probably like up here. Around here somewhere. This isn't on the same layer as the painting, by the way, don't worry. kind of this eye shape going on here. That's the center mark. So this is our trunk. This will be easier to do with the pen, I think. Oh. Thanks for the hydrate, Conk. With the Kappa replacer? Welcome back, Ross. We're just trying to work out some framework for how this tree is supposed to go. The ones that go more towards the back are gonna have like this swoop, kind of like a mushroom stem. But the ones that come forward gonna have like this little leaf shape to them. And the ones in the back have even more of a pointed swoop. And this side of the swoop actually needs to be bigger than this side. The ones most forward to the front have to be like that. Basically drawing giant flower petals at a very forced perspective. Foreshortening is the thing that I am absolutely the worst at. I think this is I think this is it. This is the kind of shape that we have to go for. It all has a stem in the middle. So this one's ahead of this one. This one's ahead of this one. Whoop. Oh, I accidentally turned the canvas. Okay. Don't know how I did that, but I did. And that's the framework for how we have to do the branches, and then we have to overlap like this. And that's how that pine tree is supposed to go. Family Ross, you need to learn how to live your life. Also, Family Ross, what need you for? Insert tasks here. Also, Family Ross, why are you so angry all the time? Yep. Might not be here for the whole stream tomorrow. Dad wants to go to the Christmas market. Enjoy the Christmas market. And don't worry about not being here. I'm happy that you guys showed up today and that, like, I'm sorry that I'm late. Sorry that I was so late. I really considered canceling this morning, but you know what? Then we probably wouldn't have had such a good session with figuring this out. Oh, my nose is so cold. When the tip of my nose gets cold, the rest of me gets cold. I'm just warming my nose with my tea mug. This probably looks really weird in real life. And because I have no tracking on, I don't worry about covering my face. You're losing your stream streak? See you later again, Ross. Well, maybe tomorrow. Thank you for the hugs, Aline. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the announcement, but my power was out for 6 hours yesterday, Aline. And by yesterday, I mean last night. On the coldest night we've had so far this year, save for whatever happened in the spring before I moved back. And I say spring, but I mean like from Christmas to spring. And it was 15 degrees in the rest of the house, which means it was probably about 10 in my room. So, and we haven't quite warmed up from that. But the sun should be coming around to the side of the house. Hopefully we won't get overcast again. Spring, in quotations, yes. So I think that's what we have to do for this tree. So all of the little tree tips on the edges are going to have to pop upwards. We'll reduce the opacity of this considerably. And then we'll work through it. I'll put a branch there, branch here. Oh. Helps if I'm not on the pen tool. And they get more dramatic as they go upwards, I think. It'll be darkest in this core right here. Alright, let's turn that off. He's ice pop. Yep, I'm a popsicle right now. What flavor of pop? I am say flavored. It's so cold. Alright, paint the branches. I think I'm going to twist this a little bit. Grab one of these lighter colors. I think we're just gonna make shit up. Screw that guideline that we spent all that time making. We're just gonna make shit up. Drawing branches, I have no idea what I'm doing. Have I ever painted the underside of a spruce tree before? I have not. Demora flavored, of course. And the next question, what does Demora taste like? Love is in the eyes of the beholder. Gin never lies or fucks you over. Goes down the same every day. Death being death again, thank you for the hydrate. That was a Pavlovian response. I heard the cans and just drank and didn't even think about it. Don't need love when it comes in a bottle. I'm just making shit up at this point. Don't mind me. Spruce have this kind of staggered thing, don't they? I got sick of trying to make it perfect. Whatever I was doing wasn't working. This seems to be sort of working. I know once again I'll have to go in and fix all of the background up, but that's the price you pay for not knowing what you're doing. These pine needles are way too big for what I'm painting. Hate my life. Why have I chosen this? Big branches make sense, right? I mean, this is what you would see, right? Especially with a light this bright down here, you would see quite a lot of this. And each branch would have another little branch coming off of it. I feel like it's right, but I also feel like it's wrong, and I think it's probably just has a lot to do with shading. Keep thinking the dog is scratching against the table or something with the pen tap. You're also hearing, there's something hitting the side of my computer whenever my desk shakes, because this desk, like, it's already loose. Buster check! Everybody on shrimp thine spines. Give yourself a little stretch, side to side. A wave like seaweed in the ocean currents. So you're gonna see little bits of the branches, like way, way up here. And then it's gonna gradually disappear. You're not gonna see much in the trunk area back here. Dancing dinos, dancing dinos. And Nappers boop the snoot. It is the boop snoot, like the droop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets boop. It's the boop snoot. Okay, yeah, this is starting to look a lot better. They're starting to look more tree-like. Just have to get the layering right. Yeah. Well, my dad's mad at the computer again. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna mute my mic. Hold on. I think he's done now. Sorry about that, guys. I wonder if I can clip that part of the VOD out before I upload it. I don't know how much of the swearing you heard. I don't know how sensitive my mic is. Like, I have it turned down fairly low so that it doesn't pick up everything in the room, but, like, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, God, there's so much noise. But, like, it's a cheap mic. I don't have a boom arm or anything, so it's, like, directly next to my keyboard and my mouse. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. He's not like that all the time. He only gets like that when he's really, really, really frustrated with something, and it's usually something technological and banking related. I kind of get like that, except I get grumbly and swear. I don't get loud because I'm just not a loud person. I get loud when I'm excited. Hira, hello. My dad gets loud when he's angry and frustrated. So, there's... Yeah. Hi, Hira. Welcome back. Yeah, we got a new PNG because our power was out for 6 hours overnight in minus 27 Celsius. It was cold. It's still cold in here. I am freezing. We've been working on the tree in the middle ground for a while. I get loud when angry. It's when I go quiet the people should work. Well, it's the same thing with my dad. It's when you go quiet that means rage. But he gets really upset with technology really easily. Necromancer, thank you for hosting Hira and Necrocon.
Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Hiraeth still to the island.
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Gonna make a little trot to the demon's room. Trot to the little demon's room. Yeah, I'm all flustered. Sorry. Arthur, hello. Neff is just booping all the snoots. But hi, kiddo. Welcome back. How have you been? And I went and asked my dad what was wrong, and I was close. It was, he received a phone call. He missed the first one, and then, because the volume was too low, and then he received a second call, and he kept pressing the answer button. And, the phone wouldn't answer. He kept pushing the button and it wouldn't answer. And now he has to wait half an hour to an hour for a call back because it was either banking or doctor related. And now he's upset about that too. And he's like, I want to get on with my day. Now I have to wait. And I understand the frustration. Especially since, you know, he hasn't exactly kept up with technology, and my mom used to deal with all of the stuff, so now he has to deal with all of it, so he's learning on the fly while stressed out and worried about her all the time. So it's like, it's understandable that he sometimes just loses his cool with things. The man's dealing with a lot. You know, his kids can't find jobs. They still live at home. They never had any kids of their own. We're too old now, and he's very stressed about it. And I feel guilty every single day for being a contributor to the stress that's probably going to kill him. But this is the only thing I've ever been even remotely successful at. And now he's complaining about how the technology works. With my brother, who's trying to help him figure it out. It could just be that his hands were too cold to answer the phone. Because I've had that happen before, where my fingers are too cold and the phone doesn't recognize it as a contact. There's another giant redwood right back in here. So yeah, I understand why he's angry. He apologized, just like, man, I had to mute my stream. He doesn't like being like that either, so it's like, knowing that other people hurt him, I think he feels bad. Because he doesn't want people to think that he's like that all the time. It's always a bit embarrassing to lose your cool in front of people. I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I'm okay. Somehow I streamed every day for a week through yesterday. Oh wow. Am I following you? Am I not? Yeah, I am following you. I guess I just wasn't on during the times that you were streaming. You know, Hira, you can promote your stream in the stream promotion section, the self promo. You're more than welcome to post there. It's for everybody. If you've got like a shop or something, or you're streaming, or you've got a YouTube channel, you can post it there. If you've got a friend who's streaming, you can post it there for them too. All right, let's find someone to raid. Oh, we got. I really miss raiding Evan. I really, really miss raiding Evan. Cursed daylight savings. Hope he doesn't think that I hate him. It looks like we've got Moko made as our option today. You're not in the Discord. Hira, why are you not in the Discord? You should join the Discord. Shenanigans happen there. Alright, we're raiding Moko Maid. Everybody go and enjoy their energy. They've got lots. So much to go around. And they're lovely people. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully at the right time. Depends on whether somebody hits a power pole again or not. I'm assuming that's what happened. Either that some construction somewhere hit one of the major power faults, or the power lines underground. But at 11 o'clock at night, unlikely. But thank you all for coming today, and hopefully I'll have my Vigneon working for tomorrow. If not, I'll try and at least get a reactive PNG up. This is just my emergency PNG. So, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for showing up even when I wasn't there. I really do appreciate it. Oh, alright. Fair enough, Hira. Alright. I love you, bye-bye!